Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I have got some things to show you that are, in my opinion, duplicates. So I've gathered a few bits and pieces that are high-end and also at the cheaper scale of things that I think are comparable. So obviously they're not going to be 100% the same because of the price difference, the brand difference, quality, things like that, but I'll go through that as I'm going through each one. I've picked out 4 things for the eyes and 4 things for the lips, and if this is something that you enjoy and that you want me to do more regularly, then obviously I'll branch out into different categories and obviously different things. There are so many dupes on the market, things that you can get for cheaper alternatives, and I think I've got quite a lot of them in my makeup collection. Obviously some of my collection is still boxed away in storage, so I've gone through the most obvious ones of what I've got at the moment, the ones that just like jumped out at me, and then if it's something that you want to see more of, then obviously I'll do more and I can do different categories like brushes, concealers, foundations, eyebrow products, anything like that. So we'll get started. I think I'll do eyes first. The first one that I'll talk about is a MAC paint pot. Now this is in the shade Groundwork. This is a paint pot, and if you're not familiar with what they are, they're basically a cream based eyeshadow that you put all over the eyelid. They help make your eyeshadow last a lot longer, but obviously you can layer on top of them, you can wear them on their own, and this one is a gorgeous kind of very light brown. They last a really long time on my eyelids, and something that I think is very comparable to the MAC paint pots are the Maybelline Colour 24-hour tattoos. They've got a range of colours in these, and there are some really pretty ones. The one that I would say is most like the Groundwork paint pot is in the colour, it's the Leather Effect one in the shade Creamy Beige, and they are almost identical in the pot, and when you swatch them they are also almost identical, and that's what they look like up against each other, and they swatch the same. The texture of them both are so similar, the wear time of them both is so similar, they blend out the same, they've got the same kind of pigmentation, and the Maybelline one is a fraction of the price. This is a really good dupe, and if you're looking for something that you want kind of like a deeper base for your eyeshadow or even something to go all over, then the Groundwork one is an amazing colour, and this one is a cheaper version of this. Next I'll talk through an eyeshadow stick. So this one is the By Terry Ombre Black Star in the shade Misty Rock, and these are so hyped on YouTube, on people's blogs. Really gorgeous gold packaging, very high end. They're about £30, and I bought this because everybody was wearing it and it looked stunning on the eyes, and I just wanted something that was a quick wash of colour all over my eyelids, that lasted a really long time, that looked really pretty, so I bought this. I then discovered the Kiko one, and these ones are about £4.90 to £5 I think, and they are absolutely incredible. Literally, like, I almost prefer these to this one. If I want something that is, this one I would say is more of a wow colour, and it takes, they're just exactly the same. This one I can feel drying on my eyelids a little bit longer. This one sets a little bit faster. The colours are exactly the same. You'll have to excuse, I feel like I'm coming down with a cold. I've just got over a sickness bug that I was in bed with for 2 days, and now I think I'm getting a cold. But the colours are exactly the same. The texture, everything about them, the only thing that I can see is different in these are the packaging and also the price. But honestly, if you're after the Ombre Black Stars, give these ones a go. When I was on the Pixie makeup course, they were going on about how good these ones were, and I was like, you need to try the Kiko ones, they are so good. And they were like, really? And they honestly are, like, they have so many different colour ranges. Oh, the one that I think is exactly the same colour as this is 05. So it's the Misty Rock and 05 in the Kiko one, and they're just incredible. I honestly would use them every single day. They've got such a range of colours and I love them all. They're just amazing. Next I've got a couple of eyeshadow dupes to go through, and the first one is from the palette, which is the Urban Decay Naked One palette. This is a well loved palette by me. It was one of the first makeup palettes I ever owned, and I think these are about £37, and they're quite good value for money. You get a lot of shades in there, My only gripe with the Urban Decay shadows are that they have so much fall down, it makes them ridiculously difficult to apply. They blend really easily, but you literally just end up with the shadow all over your face. So whenever I'm using Urban Decay, I always do the shadow first, then I can clean up afterwards. One of my favourite shades from the Urban Decay palette, especially at this time of year, is the Half Baked one, which is this gold one right in the middle here. It is the most beautiful gold colour, and it is just shimmery and it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous on its own, blended on the top of other colours. Something I've found that is literally exactly the same as that shade, and this palette has probably got more shades that are similar to these ones as well, but this one in particular is very, very similar. It's the Eyes Uncovered Nude Bronze palette by Collection. These are about £4, and the shade that is very similar to Half Baked is this one here, which I believe is called Ochre, and it's again a gorgeous golden shimmery colour, and they swatch the same. Obviously the Urban Decay ones last a little bit longer, but not too much longer. These ones are still a really, really good alternative, and for the price difference, if you are wanting something that is the same colour, that lasts about the same amount of time, I mean, you could just wear a primer with this, help it last a little bit longer, set your makeup. You know that for the price difference it's not going to be exactly the same, but it's a pretty good go. The last eyeshadow I'm going to talk about is one that I keep in my kind of neutral palette from MAC that I've built myself, and the one that I have found a dupe for is this one right here, which is Satin Taupe by MAC. So this one is one of my most loved MAC eyeshadows. You can see I've hit pan on it, I use it all the time. It's really lovely mixed with other colours, and it's lovely all over the lid on its own. If you're after something that's the same colour as Satin Taupe, because it's a very hyped about eyeshadow, everybody seems to love it. It's a very cool toned purpley eyeshadow. As a cheaper alternative, I found the Maybelline Eye Studio eyeshadow in the shade Iced Fudged, and it's number 720, and this is honestly exactly the same. It doesn't last quite as long. Obviously MAC eyeshadows are, in my opinion, the best of the best, but it gives it a good run for its money, and it's a lot cheaper. It comes in a cute little individual eyeshadow pack, and it's just something great for every day. I'll next move on to some lipstick and lip liner lip pencil dupes, and the first one is a NARS lip pencil. These are the Velvet Matte lip pencils, and the colour I have here is Red Square. They feel really creamy, they last a really long time, amazing lasting power, high pigmentation, and they're a really, really good lip product. The colour of this is a very orangey red, and I found something that I think is almost exactly the same in quality and also texture, colour payoff, everything apart from the price and the packaging. And this is one of the Maybelline Colour Dramas. It's the Intense Velvet Lip Pencil in the shade Fab Orange. And this one, they're almost identical in colour, almost identical in finish, but they are exactly the same colour, almost. And for the price difference, I would say that these ones are amazing quality. I almost prefer them to the NARS ones. I find them a lot easier to apply. They go on a lot easier, whereas these ones are, because they're so creamy when you're putting them on, they can slip a little bit, whereas these ones, they just seem to cling to the lips a little bit better. And I just think that these two are so comparable. I'll just do a lip liner dupe before I move on to lipsticks, and this is a MAC lip liner in the shade Vino, and this is one of the first MAC lip liners I think I ever bought. It's a very deep purpley colour, and it's gorgeous. It looks gorgeous at this time of year. And that I found that compares with this one is the Barry M lip liner in the shade number 7. They are very, very similar colours and very, very different prices. So if any of you were looking for a dark purple lip liner that you didn't want to fork out more than £10 for, the Barry M one is a really nice one. A couple of lipstick dupes now, and these lipsticks are both from MAC, and the first one I'll talk about is the colour Twig. Now this one has been quite a well used colour of mine the last few months. It's a very gorgeous kind of muted down pink. I think these colours recently have just, because of Kylie Jenner, although we hate to admit it, they have kind of boomed, and everyone seems to be wearing the very purpley toned nude colours. And this one's in the shade Twig. Obviously MAC lipsticks are amazing. This one is a satin finish, so it's quite glossy and quite moisturising, but it doesn't feel overly moisturising once it's on. It just leaves a really nice finish on the lips. very comfortable to wear. And I think that MAC lipsticks are incredible. They are one of the more affordable high-end makeup brands when it comes to lipsticks. This lipstick that is almost an identical colour and finish is by Essence, which are available in England in Wilkinson's. They are so cheap. I think this is like £2, and they have some gorgeous colours. I really like the packaging. It's just plain and simple, and the colour of this is so similar to the MAC one. It's unbelievable. And again, I would say it's a satin finish. You possibly have to reapply this one a little bit more than you would the MAC one, but for the price difference you kind of expect that. If you're after the same colour payoff, a similar finish, then it's a really good duplicate, and it's very, very cheap compared to the MAC ones. The last one is a favourite of mine from MAC, and it's in the shade Rebel. This is a deep berry colour, but then when it's on the lips it kind of comes out a little bit brighter. It can be laid up to really darken it. I love this one. It was probably my most worn colour last winter. Just love this so much, and I would say that this one is a satin finish again. The one that I've got to dupe it is probably more of a glossy finish, but you could just pat it down with your fingers and make it a little bit more matte if you wanted to. And this is one of the new lipsticks by Rimmel, and they're called the Only One lipsticks because they claim that it's the only lipstick you'll ever need. This is in the shade 800, Under My Spell, and I really like the formula of these. They're easy to apply, they last a really long time, and the colour is almost identical. They're just very, very similar, and they make a really, really nice lipstick, both of them. But the Rimmel one, obviously, it's a cheaper alternative, and it's a great lipstick. So they are all the products I've got to talk you through today. I hope you found some of that interesting, and that I found some dupes there that you hadn't yet seen before. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, it means the world to me, and I will see you all on Tuesday with my next video. I am doing Vlogmas, so obviously yesterday's vlog will go live today at 5:30, so come back then if you want to have a watch of what I got up to, and I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.